right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with Group F, Race 1. Ooh, this should be an interesting one. We have John Del Valle, Jose Burillo, Matthias Gruten, Mats de Jong, Nikolai Marcengo. And we're going for an interview, another interview with Ruben, unsurprisingly winning the race. You're going to show up on camera now, my athlete boy. Webcam. You can take your microphone, Ruben. Now just do it like this. We're already on screen over there. That is our camera. Our race winner, Ruben Buttons. You can come over too, Jules. You guys were racing together. Good fight at the end. What was the strategy? You were quite fast, but you said, no, I'm going first. Follow me. Follow the leader. Tell us how it was your race.
Yeah, so we were very close in qualifying, so I thought just to drive away with the two of us, and I tried to take the lead so that I had a bit of control over the race. But I didn't. I was not considering to go defensive like early in the race because I knew it was better to go away with the two of us.
Not wasting time, right? Yep.
Yeah. So and that was how it worked out. So that was very good. And then in the end of the race, of course, we started to look a bit more at each other. And then Gilles did his first pit stop, so I did it one lap later.
Yep.
And then I had still a little gap, but after the second pit, it was very, very close. So close
it was
finish.
so close. I mean, when Jules came back, he was so close. Try to move, but then you defended on the outside, and basically that was race done. So, Jules, how about you? How was your strategy? Just follow him around, work as a team, so you guys can just pull away from P3?
Yeah, I didn't want to attack him.
A bit closer?
I didn't want to attack him because we needed to drive away from the rest.
Yeah. So basically, basic stuff, right? Nothing much.
Yeah.
Basic stuff. Okay, you guys want to send a hug to someone on your school, to your family. Someone is owing you money. You can also use the microphone for that. Oh my God, you guys are so shy. Loosen up, guys.
Yeah, I also want to say hello to everyone who's watching. Nice that you're following along, and I hope that you'll keep watching the rest of the week because it will be exciting.
And leave a like, guys. It's important. Over here, tell everyone, guys, leave a like. There's a button down here. Just leave a like. We have over, I think, almost 300 people watching right now, so getting better and better. Thank you, guys. Nice, solid. Blue Star 1-2 for one more race. Now, moving on to the next race. We got Matthias Gruten and John Del Valle in the race. How did this pan out? Yeah, we were doing the interview, so I don't really know how it went. I can see Talent Factory 1-2. I can also see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jose Burillo in P6. Matthias Gruten starting in P5. We're just about to get started, and we are underway. Talent Factory leading P1 and P2 for now. What's going on with our live timing? I can't see their names. Okay, here we go. That is Rico Harbush in P1. Let me see. We have a little more. Okay, Sandra Zelijaks. I am looking for my work on the PC because my son is starting right now. Gaetan Debran. Oh my God, this name. Debra Bandere. So Gaetan. It just be Gaetan. It's much easier for me. Rico Harbush in P1. We got some moves going on after the bridge. Oh, someone just barely crashed into the barrier, losing a lot of time. Matthias in P5. John in P4, is that it? Let's get everything sorted. Best lap, of course, for the P1 position, Rico. John down in P4. Nikolai Marsengo is the driver on P3. So in P4 and P5, we have 3 championship winning drivers, with Matthias Gruten with 2 championships, and John Del Valle is the reigning champion from last year in Portugal. The Spaniard adapted pretty well to this track. As you see, from P1 to P5, they already built a nice solid gap to P6. Who is Gaetan actually? Van Pamelen in P2, Marsengo in P3, John P4, Matthias in P5. Jose Murillo already in the pits. He does not want to have much of a fight, rather go alone. Paulo Machado in the pits as well. And we got a lot of messages going on. Let's see. Yeah, I have to speak a little bit of Portuguese now. Portuga, você tá roubando a cena, também. Parabéns pelo trabalho, tá muito bom. Obrigado. 3 brasileiros. So we have Bruno Albino, Rodrigo CVV, and Paulo Machado, 3 Brazilians on track, who are being watched by our friends back in Brazil. Rico with another fastest lap, 53.2. Are we just about to reach the high 52 laps? Let's wait and see. Van Pamelen with the 53.2. That is the purple lap for now. Rodrigo Baldissera in the pits. Let me check his pit time. 18.5. Yeah, solid pit. No problem with that. P1 and P2 gaining distance. So Talent Factory 1, 2, 4 now between Rico and Van Pamelen. I think Van Pamelen's name is Guillermo. Yeah, that's it. Guillermo Van Pamelen. So Rico and Guillermo sharing P1 and P2 for Talent Factory. Then Nikolai Marsengo with the best Sector 2, his best personal lap, 53.4. John Del Valle and Matthias Gruten doing the same laps as well, 53.4s. So Rico and Guillermo gaining something along the lines of 1 to 2 tenths per lap. Not bad. Cecel! Alô Portugal, bom dia aqui do Brasil para toda a galera da FATV, para os brasileiros representando na pista. Bora Cecel, valeu. Isabela tá aqui, Thiago tá aqui na torcida pelo Bruno. Cadê o Bruno? Bruno Albino P9, nada mal. Isabela Gurali, vamos CVV. Bela transmissão Portugal, internacionalmente conhecido. Que isso, são seus olhos. So, back to English, guys. Hold on, guys, we're just fixing something here real quick. Yeah, thank you. Done. Rogério Cebola na torcida pelo CVV. So, let me see where Rodrigo Baldissera is. P7, Paulo Machado P18. Jose Murillo is down to P16, but he served at least one of his mandatory pit stops. So for now, we have Talent Factory 1-2. Like in most of the races, we had already Honolulu 1-2. We had 2 Blue Stars 1-2 as well. And now Talent Factory with a 1-2 also in this race with Rico and Guillermo. Maurice Hack is in. Jerry is also in. Yeah, we got 2 drivers in the pits. I'm just checking their time. So when someone doesn't do a valid lap, I can warn you guys. Ooh, Maurice Hawk with an 18.0. VB Jerry with the 18.4. So this is Mats de Jong on kart number 25, being chased down by Philip Novak. Anton Schapler in the pits as Mats and Philip go through the Shadow Realm. Nice and big on your screen. There is Mats de Jong. Philip should try to make the move real soon. As you see Nick going by. Nick, who works with us. Carter puxa saco. Bora, pessoal, pra cima deles. Valeu, Portugal. Bora, Nando. Obrigado por estar por aqui. Já deixa o seu like. Envia a transmissão ao pessoal do condomínio da escola. Boys, it's really important that you leave us a like. You know, that thumbs up symbol, which is just down on your cell phone when you look at it upwards on the vertical position. Please press that button so you can help out the sport, so YouTube can send the link to a lot of people around the world, and you guys, your family, your drivers get interest also with some of our new sponsors. You know, you can get new sponsors with all the exposure you will get from showing up on our live streaming. Matthias Gruten in the pits, the double world champion. Well, we have a chance to have our first triple champions this year. That is between Ruben Boutens and Matthias Gruten. It's either one of them both, or some other drivers may equal these guys and go for double champions as well. As we follow Mats de Jong around with Philip still chasing him off. I think someone is asking us to film Nikolai Marsengo, but it's written in another language, so we're just going to look for him. I believe that is it. Cortez in the pits. Let's see what his pit stop time is. Total time. Oh, that is not a valid pit stop. So Cortez dropping to P12, but did not do a valid pit stop. That is a 17.9. Minimum pit stop has to be 18 seconds. So that will get a time penalty after the race. This pit stop will not count. So there you go, Nikolai Marsengo, virtual P3 driver. He is 0.6 of a second ahead of John Del Valle. Mats de Jong already 5 seconds down from John, 5.5 seconds down from John Del Valle, the current world champion. Matthias Gruten down to P7, but he has served his first pit stop already. Guilherme Bolognese, cheguei aqui Portugal. Guilherme, only English. Sorry, Guilherme. No hablo español, amigo. Gracias. In English, please, Guilherme. Gilly. Obrigado, Gilly. Oh, only English, okay. Just kidding with my Brazilian viewers a little bit. As we go with Nikolai Marcengo. He is far, far away from the boys up in front. Talent Factory also making a name for themselves. Well, the team's championships should be between Talent Factory for now. Talent Factory, Honolulu, and Blue Star. These guys are not here to play around. They mean business. As Gaetan does his pit stop. Guillermo in the pits now. So P2 into the pits, which leaves Nikolai Marcengo up to P2. Only a virtual P2, not a real place for the end of the race. Now we got some Brazilians, since so many people are here watching for Brazil. That is Paulo Machado and Rodrigo Oliveira. Rodrigo CVV going on the inside. O gajo do suco del Vale andando forte, pois é. So, 14 out of 23 laps. Rico still leading the race. Nikolai up to P2, but that is not a real P2 because second place driver Guillermo is down to P5, but he's already served his first pit stop. Maybe he did 2 pit stops and I didn't check. As we follow Rodrigo Silva around. Someone's crying about a P17. About Jerry, is that it? Jerry! Not doing great on P17, second to last place. Guillermo up to P4 again. John just came out of the pits with an 18.1. That is risky, but still valid. As long as you don't go into the 17s, you are done and dusted. Antonacci in the pits. There goes Anton Schoppler with his nice and stylish painted red and blue hair. He's wearing a cowboy hat today. Rico Harbush still in P1. I think Paulo Machado was just overtaken by Jerry. John Del Valle serving his second pit stop now with an 18.1. Looks like he's in again. 18.2 this lap around for John. 16 out of 23 laps are done. Tia Francie cheering for Jerry. Jerry up to P16. Okay, now Rico is in, the leader from Talent Factory. I mean, a lot of boys from Talent Factory on this race. I count at least 3 or 4. We have Paulo Machado, we have Nikolai Marcengo. This is Rico exiting the pits with cart number 2. Mats de Jong goes to P1, but that is not a real position. He still has to serve another one of his mandatory pit stops. Let's see, on the net result, top 3 still pretty much the same with Rico in P1. Guillermo in P2 and Nikolai Marsengo up to P3. Matias might have got the jump on John Del Valle, but I think Matias still has one more stop to go. There's Rico on screen on your right. Built a nice gap. That is that is 1.9 seconds from Rico to Guillermo. Rico straight ahead for one more pit stop. There he goes into lane 1. So after Rico exits the pit stop, that is his last one. As you see, Juliana and Bruno Albino in the pits over there. Rico gets out. That is the yellow line I was talking about earlier. You cannot close your line after you exit the pits. You can only close your line after you cross this yellow line we just saw on track. So Rico with a 18.2 pit stop, not bad at all. With a combined pit stops for John, I think it was a 36.3 or 0.4-ish, not bad at all. As Mats crosses the line one more time, Guillermo still has to go for his second stop. Nikolai also has to go for his second stop. I think also Matthias Gruten still has to make his last stop. 19 out of 23 laps gone. Rico with the best third sector of the race, completing a 54.2 lap. Filip Novak in the pits, 18.3 second pit, not bad at all as well. We got some more Brazilians coming out here. Let's see. Good dia, friend Portuga. E aí, Tom? Kart amador like English. Sorry, no hablo español, amigos. Obrigado, por favor. English only, Michel Borges, meu cunhado. All my chips and John. I don't know. Well, now we have the second stop for Mats de Jong. Just came out with an 18.5. Definitely not ideal. Guillermo up to P1 with a 53.1, but I think Guillermo still has to serve his second stop. So Rico dropping down to P5, but Guillermo, Marsengo, and Matias, and I think also Mats, still have to serve their second pit stop. Ooh, Guillermo with a 53.1. You know what? He might get the undercut. He might get the undercut to, and he's in now. Let's see how this pans out. He's in. Matthias Gruten is also in. Yeah, well, Rico maintains the lead comfortably ahead of Guillermo. Let's see how this pans out for Nikolai. John Del Valle ahead of Matias. That was so close coming out of the pits. And there goes Matias, went for the inside. Let me check if we have the replay for that move. But race is about to get to be done. This is the last lap. Race is just about to get done. Matias jumps in front of John. We're looking for Rico. And that is it. Rico Harbush wins the race with a commanding lead. Guillermo Van Pamelen in second place. Nikolai Marsengo finishing P3. Solid race for him. Matthias making moves on that last lap, finishing P4. P5 for John Del Valle. P6 for Mats de Jong. Nice solid race. Gaetan in 7th place. Philip Novak P8. Jose Murillo dropping down to P9. He started off in a strong P5 or P6. Anton Schopler in P10. Bruno Albino P11. Cortes P12. Rodrigo Siveve P13. Jerry all the way up to P14. You fans must be happy for him. Maurice Hack in P15. Radstedt in P16. Antonacci in P17. And Paulo Machado down to the last spot. That is P18 for him. So for the next race, they will be trying to come back here for the next interview. Now we're going for the last race of the morning part. Race 1, Group G. I'll tell you guys in a second who's racing here. Let's see. Milko Mebus, Kyle Vinke, Christophe Lamboles, André Krumbach, Grégoire Pointe, Juliana Petrushki, Nadia Balnegger, Simon Vangelov, Zimovic Vera, Andrew Wood, Job van Lionhorst, Horian van Was, Ian Anderson, driver from the Faroe Islands, Alberto Brod, Alejandro Fenwy, Dylan DeWolf, Rafael Smisters, Nicolas Laridon, and Selena Balnegger. So actually we have two sisters. That is Nadia and Selena. 3 girls on track, and Juliana Petruski also on track. We'll be right back, boys.